Hey, what's up, you guys? This is me. I'm back. And I want to talk about the whole Kevin Samuels situation. But first, I want you guys get into this. Get your digital business card today, okay? 10K cards. Look, I have everything all on one digital business card, all on one link I could share to all of my platforms. And it has all of my platforms on here. Okay, it has my email, it has my website. You put your little picture up there. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, you guys, y'all need to get into this. My digital business card will be in the description, and you can click on my digital business card, and then you can come down and you can get your own 10K business card just like this. Okay, you got your Cash App on here, the Instagram, the ticks of the talks, the Clubhouse, and y'all make sure y'all follow me on all of my social medias. It takes up so much less. Yes, I said that, so much less room in your description box. Instead of having to write all of this all out like we usually do, you could just put your 10K business card down there and boop, everything is on one link. All right, you guys, now that I didn't put my friend's shameless plug. Oh, and it's a Black-owned business. It is a Black-owned business. The business owner, I love him to death. He is a really sweet person. And not only that, but he could have worked with major platforms with this 10K business card, but he chose not to, so he could work with us as a community. And I'm so grateful for that. That there are people out there that have businesses and really could go mainstream but choose not to, because he, in his own words, he said that if he was to collab with one of the bigger companies, he wouldn't be able to work with people in their budget or give them promotions or give them anytime he wanted to. He couldn't, give them a discount or whatever. Not saying go and ask for a discount. I'm just saying that he's a phenomenal person and a phenomenal business person. So go and get you one of these 10K cards, y'all. Y'all know your good sis always support the Black businesses. You know I love them. However, today we are talking about a different Black business. Okay, we talking about the business of Kevin of the Samuels and child. All right, look. I know you guys heard that he passed away, and it's been so much going on. It's so many fights, so many wars going on. They're playing checkers. I mean, not checkers. They're playing chess. They're playing chess on a lot of people with a Connect 4 mindset. And I tell you guys all the time, you really have to have a chess mindset to think of what's going on. And so I didn't really rush to make a video about this stuff because I have been watching it unfold. Now, let me see. I want to play a video of what, hold on. They had, y'all, I'm sorry. It's early. It's 4 o'clock. I'm making these videos. I was asleep and I had a dream because I have been putting this off for a while because I've been wanting to see what exactly was going to happen because it's just, I knew it wasn't over. It wasn't over with the subway shooter. It wasn't over with Kevin Samuels. And now the Young Thug indictment, it just, look, let me tell you. All right. So this is the New York shooter, right? It says, in the near week since, his name is Frank James. He has 2 first names. Alleged. This is, in the near weeks, hold on, what date is this? Because they're still saying alleged. They're saying the alleged Brooklyn subway attack. It's become accepted wisdom that New York City or America's social service system has failed him and us. Yet no one has shown any way in which social services could have stopped this attack. What we have is what looks like a bad guy who intelligently planned and executed a bad thing. Now, y'all know that y'all remember when the video came out of the subway shooting. You saw people running off look, it's so many videos out there that shows how that was scripted. It was scripted, y'all. It was scripted. When I first saw the shooting, I knew, or the video, I knew it was scripted. It shows you how the people poured the blood on the ground. It shows all of that. And so herein lies the question. Why did they make James Frank the face of the shooting? Because they're going for the quote unquote incels. I'm not saying no, the incels is a real thing. I'm just saying that's what they're doing. They're going for the black manosphere. Why are they going for the black manosphere? Because you got to understand, we're not in a real life like battle of flesh and blood. We're in a spiritual battle. And we're now coming into the divine feminine. The divine feminine energy is Isis Wisdom got a good video about the divine feminine energy. And you should watch her video. And in her video, she explains how, she's been talking about the divine feminine energy coming for a while. And she explains that anybody that goes against the divine feminine, they're going to fall. And you guys gotta understand that people like Kevin Samuels, they built up. Kevin Samuels even said himself that he wouldn't have been so successful if he didn't talk about black women. And so Frank James was a Kevin Samuels supporter. This man was a Kevin Samuels supporter. So when I saw this report in April, I knew what time it was.
Why'd you shoot all those people, Frank? Frank, were you planning this long? Are you guilty? Are you innocent? Why'd you do this, Frank?
I knew what it was when I saw that, and I read that he was a Kevin Samuels supporter, and he was part of the Black Manosphere. Like, they tell you who they're gonna go for next, and it just so happened that the person who turned him in was a young white man. Now, if you look him up, if you look his name up, you guys, the person that come up is
by the time police arrested the prime suspect in the subway attack, they'd been digging into his background.
The person, if you look his name up, the person who come up is a Caucasian white man. He's a Caucasian white man. His name is Frank James. Oh shoot, I thought I had it already up there. My bad, you guys. I'm gonna show you. If you Google search Frank James, it says Frank Alexander. What comes up is Alexander Franklin James. And what's weird is they have his picture here, but they also have the shooter here. Okay? Y'all need to really pay attention to this. Alexander Franklin James was a Confederate soldier and a guerrilla in the post-Civil War era. He was in a Civil War period era. He was an outlaw. He He was a Confederate soldier and a guerrilla. In the post-Civil War era, he was an outlaw, the older brother of outlaw Jesse James. He was the older brother of outlaw Jesse James. Franklin was also part of James' younger gang. So that's the opposite. That's the mirror. You see what I'm saying? An outlaw, Jesse James. What's the first thing you think about when you think of Jesse James? Guns, shooting people. So it just so happens that Frank James, back, in the 1915s, 1843. He was born 1843. He died 1915. Back then, he was an outlaw. And it just so happened that back up now in 2022, he's an outlaw. Same thing. Okay? Y'all gotta catch it, because I keep telling y'all all the world is a stage. Y'all just gotta catch the plays. When this happened, I knew what they were going to go for. The black manosphere. So if people weren't in tune to connect this to the manosphere and they stayed on that, okay, then I don't know what to tell you. So let's hear some of the things that they had to say about Frank James.
For some 24 hours.
And they learned a lot.
By the time police arrested the prime suspect in the subway attack, they'd been digging into his background for some 24 hours.
And they learned.
So look, let's dissect this a little bit. Before they arrested him, they was digging in his background for 24 hours. Mind you, this is the same person they said was failed by the social service system because he admitted that he had mental health problems and he had a YouTube page. So I always tell you guys, when something like this happens, see if they've been in mental institutions, see if they are have been in jail for a long period of time. Now it don't even have to be that long. Or see if they are in the military services, or just see if they're institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? If they have been in the foster care system most of their life, see if they have been institutionalized. I always tell you guys, when they talk about their background, it seems like people like this usually have a lot in common. When,
learned a lot about him, including his criminal history and his YouTube page where he posted disturbing videos with racist rants and threats of violence. Arthur Chin continues our team coverage with a closer look about what we know about Frank James. Arthur.
Oh, Teresa and Steve, as we look into who Frank James is tonight, we want to be clearer. While this is to get a better understanding of how the bloodshed unfolded this week, there is no justification for the violence he is accused of bringing to our.
Now, when do you know a news reporter or news station to go into the background like this of like a someone they call a mass shooter? The reason why they're doing this is to pretty much set you up and to let you know who exactly is finna take the fall. Like, what group are they targeting?
Our city.
I'm heading back into the danger zone, so to speak. It's triggering a lot of negative thoughts.
His social media posts would seem inconsequential, if not for the fact that this man, Frank James, is accused of Tuesday's mass shooting. James, who lived in New York, has ties to New Jersey, Philadelphia, Wisconsin, and Ohio, and he says he worked in maintenance at a city facility for either the homeless or mentally ill. He is currently living in this building in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, outside of which is a note posted by James.
That man lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But the New York City mental health failed him. He was in New York. He shot up people. What? Make this make sense, you guys. And you know what's so crazy? They just tell us anything and people are like, oh, okay. Nobody ever thinks anymore. The house number is 26248. Is that an 8? So that comes up to 22. There go them 2 2s again. Y'all remember earlier? Well, 2 2 or 4. Y'all remember earlier when I was telling y'all that they throwing around a lot of 2s, that duality. The 2s is duality. In the video about the fires that I did right before this one, the 2 is duality. And remember, I just showed you how his double is the white outlaw, Jesse James' brother, Frank James. So yeah, 2 6 2. Everything up here is divisible by 2.
For his mail to be forwarded to a P.O. box. His neighbor, a pastor, stunned to find out the connection.
12370. Hold on, let's go back. Is that the number? 13. I know they did not put 13. 13. 1, 2, 3, 7, 13. Y'all know 13 is the calling card. It's their stamp. If y'all have went through these articles with me, I tell you the numbers to look for. The stamp, 13. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The P.O. box, hold on. The P.O. box is even in Milwaukee. Okay, so if it's, hold on. If it's P.O. box in Milwaukee, his residence in Milwaukee, what the hell is he doing in New York? What is he doing in New York? Child.
His neighbor, a pastor, stunned.
Maybe y'all could tell me in the comments. Y'all, how far is Milwaukee from New York? Wisconsin. I didn't even look that up. Let me see. How far is Milwaukee, Wisconsin from New York? $14 and 6 minutes. And I'm guessing that's why they made sure to say it took 24 hours. I don't know, because didn't they find him in New York? What was he doing in New York if he lives in Milwaukee? Come on, you. Oh, man, it's wild.
To find out the connection.
I didn't know that was him until I saw some reporters out here by the building. Mild.
All right. So he said he was mild mannered. He spoke every time. You know, the same thing everybody always say about the people that do things like this. All right. So let's keep going. And so, okay, after this happened, I saw that it was an attack on the manosphere. And so once Kevin Samuels died, you got to understand, they built this man up, had him in the manosphere, and then killed him. That's like a checkmate. You know, when you play chess, it's to get the person's king. It's let me see, chess. Game chess. Chess is more than just a game. Chess is pretty much like you could do life strategies on chess, on everything I tell you. I'm telling you. Chess moves, you make chess moves your best move. Let me see. Chess is a board game played between 2 players. It's sometimes called Western chess or international chess. All right, so let me see. So let me see the It says one of the goals of early computer science is to create. Oh, okay, that's cute. But it says when a king is under immediate attack, it is said to be in check. A move in response to a check is legal only if it results in a position where the king is no longer in check. And so the object of the game is to checkmate the opponent. And this occurs when the opponent king is in check and there is no legal way to get it out of check. Okay. So the game can be checkmate when a king is in check and the player has no legal moves, when a player or somebody may resign, and pretty much you check the person's king. You know what I'm saying? You got their king, and that's what happened. Kevin Samuels was the king of the manosphere. He was the king of the manosphere. And they checked him. He's been checked. And not only that, but I told you guys, I said, don't flock to one place like that. Like they had all the black people flocking to Atlanta. I was like, don't flock to one place like that. So let's look at Kevin Samuels, the article talking about, his passing. All right. I knew, like, it's not over. It's not over. They're going to keep messing with Atlanta, because you got to think about it. They wanted to call Atlanta and say, oh, that's the new Black Wall Street. Oh, that's the new. Y'all remember what they did to the first Black Wall Street? Y'all really thought they weren't going to do it again? Y'all didn't think y'all thought they were just going to leave y'all alone to try to make money. Y'all didn't see when Biden came in, when Trump was in office, all the black people started getting on their own business, started making money. Biden came in office, and what did he do? First thing he did is tax everything. Taxed everything. You can't even get more than $600 in your Cash App without him taxing it. Why? People are doing business on Cash App, and why do you have to tax it? Taxed everything. You want to look in your bank account. If you have more than, what is it, $600, $400, $600 in your bank account, he wants to monitor it. It is not because, it's because black people started making money. They started getting money. They started having businesses. They started moving up. Can't do that. It's easier to take y'all down if they put y'all all in one area. All right. Kevin Samuels, YouTuber with 1.4 million subscribers, has died, his mother says. It says Kevin Samuels, who became and I didn't let it play about the subway shooter. They said that when they said that he did racial rants, it was racial rants towards black women. That's who his racial rants were towards, black women. It says Kevin Samuels is a YouTuber who became known for his controversial relationship advice. His mother, Beverly Samuels Birch, declined to release details about what happened. She said she learned about her son's death from social media. And I want to say that I'm sorry for her. My condolences go out to her. And I'm sorry she had to find out. No mother should have to find out about their son's death on social media. But I need you guys to understand this. This man made a living telling women that if you're 35 and single and you're average, you're going to die alone if you don't lower your standards. And this man died alone. He literally died. This man, if he wasn't with that lady that they like saying is a nurse, that's a whole nother story. But if he wasn't with her, would who would have found him? When would they have found him? It's not just that he died, it's how he died. He died alone. Who would have known that he was dead if she was not there with him? Y'all got to stop following these people that don't practice what they preach. You're letting a single man tell you how to not be single, and that's ridiculous for the women and the men. If y'all put all y'all eggs in this one basket when it's advice, and there's nobody that's going to counter the views that you're being told, what happens when that person's gone? This is what happens when that person's gone. You have a whole lot of people out here that's looking for the next person to tell them what to do, and most likely they're not. They're just you was a view and a check for Kevin Samuels. That's what you were. Somebody will tell you don't spend money on a woman, but you can spend money on a lady of the night. He was telling, I believe it was DJ Academics, or it was somebody he told that how he gets the girlfriend package for $2,500. You can pay a lady of the night $2,500, but then get on the internet and tell someone who makes six figures that they're average at best and not to look for nothing special. Get out of here. I'm telling you, y'all really have to, and the fact that, look, y'all gotta stop. That's why I never listened to him, and I never listened to the other one like him. I never did. Because one of them was telling y'all what they was telling y'all because it was a check. Kevin Samuels exploited a lot of men's pain for a check. And the other one, he's so damn damaged, it's ridiculous. It's terrible how damaged that man is. So it's like following either one of them, you would have to really question and think about why. Why do I follow them? What is it in me that I need to heal so I don't sound like that? Or I don't just follow people blindly. I'm just, I just would hate to think of what would have happened if he wasn't with her, if he was alone and killed over like that. Nobody there to call 911. Nobody there to try to bring him back. Y'all really need to think about that. That's scary and sad. And his mom had to find out about his death from social media. That's sad. They probably wouldn't have found that man's body until it started stinking. Let me get back to the video. Black men really deserve better than that. Don't follow people to tell you that's okay. That man was 56 years old. 56 years old. Alone. Child, y'all better get yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just stop. Because I'm telling you, this divine feminine energy is not playing with none of you guys. It's not playing with y'all. And it's our community that is being screwed over. It's ours. You don't see no other community going through this. All right. So, one of the things he says, if you have made it to 35 and you're unmarried, you're a leftover woman. He said in the video, you are what is left. Men know that there is something likely wrong with you. He also stirred up controversy over a video where he rated a woman's appearance based on her looks and her dress size. Following his death, many social media users were quick to point out his continuous views. So, what did Kevin Samuels die from? Being 56 and unmarried. So, yeah. That man, I don't even, to be honest with you, if you see red flags and something, and I saw a long time ago that he was really taking advantage of the brokenness and the trauma bonds and all of that in the Black community. He said himself that he didn't make that many videos about men because they didn't get views, and men don't want to hear about what's wrong with themselves. They want to hear about what's wrong with women, and women will flock to it because they're so broken. It's terrible. He was an opportunist. He was an opportunist. Okay, so let's see. Kevin Samuels was 56 years old, right? All right. So then y'all know y'all heard about that Young Thug and Gunna getting indicted. Child. Young Thug and Gunna among 28 people indicted on gang-related charges in Atlanta. Young Thug and Gunna, let me see, let me go down. Grammy-winning rapper Young Thug has been named in a sweeping 56-count gang indictment, according to court documents obtained by CNN. His name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams. According to the indictment, Williams, along with 27 associates of the enterprise Young Slime Life, conspired to associate together and with others for the common purpose of illegally obtaining money and a property through a pattern of racketeering and activities and conducting and participating with the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activities. Now, on my Telegram, what is it? On my Twitter, I shared some of the paperwork, the indictment paperwork, and he was hit with 2 counts. He was hit with, I think, like conspiring and something else. Well, he was hit with the RICO and something else. So, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going down. It says 56 counts. Kevin Samuels was 56 years old. Y'all got to follow the numbers. Kevin Samuels was 56 years old. Young Thug get hit with 56 counts. They said that they have been following him in the gang since 2012. And 56, when you put that together, it's the master number 11. And you know what's crazy is with Kevin Samuels, they don't even know his age for real. Some places say 56, some places say 57, some places say 53. But it's weird that they put 56 on the forefront without really even, they put 56 on the forefront for a reason. Master number 11, master number 9. Well, it's not master, but it's a very important number, 9. 7 and 2 are both very important numbers. You put them together, it's 9. So, yeah, it's the black man, the New York shooting. That's what it probably popped off before then. They probably put the warning signs out before then, but that's when I noticed it with the Brooklyn shooter. Then the fall of Kevin Samuels, that's the checkmate, and now they're taking out everybody else. And not only that, but you got to understand, I always said that if we were to get overrun by China or anywhere, Russia or anything like that, they would have to worry about the gangs. You know what I'm saying? If they were to get past our army, the hood, I'd say all the time, the hood got more guns than the police station. The hood got guns. And I want one of the hardest places one of them would most likely be Atlanta. They're cleaning up. They're cleaning it up and they're making it easier for when they want to do the little invasion and act like it's another country, they won't get so much pushback. And for the illegal guns owners and for the people who do illegal gun stuff, this is what they're going to do. And for the people who get their gun license and who legally have a gun, they're going to do the Red Dawn. You ever seen the movie Red Dawn? When they invaded, the first thing that they did was go and get the paper to show everybody with a registered gun, and they took them and they locked them up in a camp because they most likely would be the most dangerous. Because to have a gun, you have to be trained to use it. So you guys got to see the bigger picture. They got so many battles, so many wars going on right now, spiritually and physically, but it starts spiritually. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I've been rambling and stuff for 30 minutes, but I've been really watching what's been going on. I've been keeping my eye out, and I'm going to continue to keep my eye out. But yeah, not only that, but they have an FBI number. You can report incels, pretty much black men spewing hate. or white man or spirit, just that whole masculinity thing, hate spewing. But honestly, look, I'm telling you, y'all better leave black women alone. Whenever they want to get anything done, they go to black women. Black women are very, very spiritually strong. Very. So, and another thing, when Kevin Samuels passed, they got mad because a lot of black women was happy. Okay, they didn't like him in life. Why would they like him in death? Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Look, if Keep That Energy was a person, if Keep That Energy was a community, I'm telling y'all. Look, I'm just telling you what I've noticed. And I held my tongue for a while because I wanted to make sure I was right. So, all right, you guys, it's 35, almost 36 minutes I've been running my mouth. Y'all go ahead, hit that like button and do all that good stuff. And I will see you later.